I mean, like, I think he's obviously he's obviously crazy, right? Obviously nuts. But at the same time, I've always said before that, you know, I can at least respect people that are willing to, you know, put themselves in the line of fire for something that they believe in, right? It's like there's a lot of people that like talking. I mean, this guy flew all the way over to Ukraine. Like, that's pretty surprising. It is. This Twitter was super schizo. Yeah, exactly. And it doesn't make it a good thing. There's plenty of things that I can respect in a person that are bad. It's not like this. It's not like he's a good guy, right? Obviously not a good guy, but like it's just, you know, I think it's worthy of note that, you know, he had a very strong belief and he went all the way over to Ukraine to do that.
Flip
Yeah.
back into terrorism. So it's just the world needs to respond. You know, why world leaders are not sending military is beyond me. We're going to have to elect new leaders the next go around that have a backbone and that, you know, have the fortitude to say, hey, we're not going to tolerate this type of behavior. This type of behavior is unacceptable anywhere, any place, you know. So it's totally unacceptable. And why people are not responding, I do not know.
What impressed you the most since you are here?
My trip to Irpin was pretty emotional. So, you know, going and seeing the buildings that were burned and
This guy's way too logical to be crazy. He's just a fanatic. Yeah, I think
more
so
emotional
too.
for me is just talking to the guys that have come here. You know, when you talk to a 20-year-old guy that sold everything he owns, that is heroism. You know, he's come here to risk his life for humanity, for the Ukrainians. You know, guys that sell everything they own to come here and support the Ukrainians while others sit at home and do nothing. You know, it's totally mind-blowing how we have this divide of people that are selfless and courageous and wonderful and willing to sell everything they own to come here and support, you know, keep people from getting killed, to shelter kids and protect Ukrainians, and others that just, you know, want to sit at home and not. It's just, you know, it's an indictment of our entire human society to say, hey, you know, where do we stand? Do we stand for good, or do we just not care? I mean, does
Yeah, I think, yeah, this is a fanatic. Maybe he's not crazy. He's just a fanatic. Yeah.
does the world not care?
I think, yeah, that's what's going on.
That's the feeling I wrestle with every day in my interactions with everybody. You know, every one of us is responsible for the outcome of this war. Every one of us, you know, by our actions and what we do. And, you know, when I call back home and say, hey, I need $5 so I can, you know, put enough money together to get a vest for a Ukrainian, and I get no response, I'm like, I'm not sure that the world is as wonderful as I once thought it was. I had thought that everyone would respond, you know, very generously and unselfishly.
Why do you think that?
And, you know,
That's a
you
mistake.
don't have to come, but, you know, if I ask for $5 to buy a vest to save a Ukrainian life, it seems like that would be a no-brainer, but I increasingly get more disappointed in humanity, and I'm beginning to question whether or not we're going to end up on the right side of this equation.
So you are working with the International Legion.
Yes.
And you are trying to convince people to help, to donate, and to join.
Yeah.
My final
He's too logical to be
question
crazy.
is, what would you say
I agree.
to the people in order to convince them to join the International Legion, or to donate for it, or to be involved in the humanitarian aid to Ukraine?
Right. It's just extremely important, the whole thing. As far as joining the military, you know, yes, if you have some military experience or know people with military experience, encouraging them to come and fight. We have units all over the place. So, you know, there were some leadership issues initially, but we've got so many units available to us: Georgian, Crimean, Ukrainian, Territorial Defense, Foreign Legion. We have, you know, so many paramilitary groups. I put a 74-year-old Japanese guy in a unit. So, you know, we have girls in units. So we have two girls that are in the unit up the street.
I think this could create problems for Ukraine aid going forward. Why? I mean, like, I don't think this has anything to do with Ukraine, really. I mean, like, this is just one person who's, like, an ideologue zealot. You know, like, I don't think that has any... It's not an indictment of Ukraine or anything like that. Like, yeah, it's just one guy. Like, maybe that's just me. Yeah, I mean, I don't... I don't think this means anything, really.
So any gender, any age, any skill level to no skill level. But yeah, if you want to fight, come here and see me, and I'll put you in a unit so you can go fight. But regardless of that, we should have thousands upon thousands of people standing here with the Ukrainians. This Maiden Square, Independence Square, we should have millions of people in this square, filling this square from every country around the world. And why we don't, I don't understand. I'm here every day with all the flags from all the supporting countries, with the memorials for the people that have died, and you know, I've had several people come.